All right, I hope you guys can hear me because we are live officially. Hi Cam, hello Raincoats, good to see you. Marcello, welcome back. Marcello says the drawing in the middle of the thumbnail looks beautiful. I love how the character design looks on that one. Thank you. I could give you guys a better look at it. I already found things I would do differently with it since finishing it, but I feel like that happens to us a lot, so we kind of just gotta know when to let go. But the one you were talking about, if I go to my page, my attacks here, that would be this one. So here is that drawing. There's two things in here I would change, but I'm not going to point them out to you. If you don't see the mistakes, then I'm not going to make you super aware of them. But I'm glad you guys like the art on the thumbnail. All of those are attacks from this year. So I kind of use that as like, I don't know, advertising the way I'm drawing for these attacks for these live streams. Now that said, it is the last day and I am 6 behind. I basically took the last 3 days and drew nothing. So it kind of built up and I meant to have a lot of this done and I didn't. So as you can see here, I have 6 whole attacks I need to revenge and I need to get it all done today. If not today, whatever's left over, I'm gonna have to really knock out first thing tomorrow morning before they close, because I think they close early in the morning tomorrow, my time, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna have to double check that. I want to be sure. Hello Briar Rose, hello One Up Elemental, good to see you both. Briar Rose says, I only need to make 3 more drawings for your mass attack and you think there's 51 total. That's a ton. That is so many. PerryPictures, count your days on our fight. Yeah, I am counting them, trust me. I am feeling the heat. So I am going to be using my PNG tuber today. I'm not going to be live on camera. This way I can focus a little bit more just on the drawing itself, and also because I just didn't have time to get ready. I know I pushed back the stream till noon PST, but I went for a long run and it took a lot longer than I thought, so I'm really not camera ready. I'm still wearing my like PT clothes, so we're just gonna move with it. We're gonna roll with it. PNG tuber today. It'll be bobbing up and down on the screen as I talk. And let me know if at any time the audio needs adjusting as far as the music goes and my little talking head goes. One Up says, I am almost finished with my Mass Attack 2 Justice. You just need to do some liner and then color. It's a huge animatic music video. I have big changes I want to do for next year's art fight. Like, I have never in the 10 years I've been playing art fight really wanted to change it up that much. I'm kind of a creature of habit, and so a lot of times when I'm drawing, what I will do, because music is like a little bit crazy, I'm gonna change it. Let's go, I don't know, down here. But I kind of am reliable, right? Like, I do sort of the same thing every year. Yeah, I'll set some personal goals, but for the most part, when it comes to me drawing, like, my art fights interactions go, like, I'll always revenge, I always stream, I kind of like, I have a routine, right? A really well baked in routine. And when we draw, I'll like draw and stream with digital. This year I did a traditional stream, which was kind of fun. But next year, I think I'm gonna shake it up next year. For year 11 for Art Fight, I'm gonna really overhaul everything about how I play Art Fight. I have been watching other people's, how they approach Art Fight different, their approaches, and I just got so many ideas, and I just want to try to do things a little differently next time. I think it's ready. I'm ready to reinvent my process, and we'll talk more about that later. Maybe I'll do that in my like Art Fight wrap-up video, because I'm going to take all these like speed paints. This is like the last attack I did, so it's still on screen. But I'm going to take all these speed paints, and I'm going to put them together in like just one big video, and talk to you guys about this year's Art Fight, but also that might be when I talk to you about my plans for next year. And you guys can kind of like share it in the comments too if you've had any big changes in your like process or your ideas, or even like ideas for the future that you want to try next year, because that's sort of where I'm at right now. All right, we need a new canvas. So let's go ahead and open one up real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and give us just a medium gray background to work with. We're going to start there. Where did my fill bucket go? Here we go. That's better. And then we're gonna pick out somebody to revenge. So let me pull back up that character list of revenges I know, and we're gonna grab a character so that we can start drawing while we chit chat. That's some art by Keisha. Hello, welcome to the stream. Lancelot, good to see you. The music is a bit loud. Thank you. I'll fix that. Let me grab my levels. And we'll bring that down. And let me know if it needs to come down further, or if it's good where it's at, or if I just totally like made it too quiet. You tell me. Canvas says, I'm currently drawing 2 Transformers in 1 attack, and I'm surprised how fast I am getting it done. I'm afraid it might get done, but it sounds like you're doing good already, so that's good. Sorry to complain about the audio, but it's somewhat overpowering, not super loud, but maybe to low. Okay, I'll lower it a little bit more. Let me know if that helps. Also, it might just be that song. That song does seem kind of loud. Okay, so did I have a character in mind already from this character, or from this player's character list? I don't remember. Normally when I like get an attack, I kind of peek, you know, I'll peek at your character list, just to kind of like see if anything jumps out at me before I'm ready to even draw, because I like to kind of just like think about it when I first receive the attack too. This isn't interesting. It looks like a yarn ball. This character has like, it might be a yarn ball. Something to do with Dandy's World. I don't know what that is. So maybe this is a Fanosy. It sounds like a Fanosy, and because I can't tell if she's meant to look like yarn or not, I feel like she is. I really think she is, just based on this thumbnail, because like, you see this part right here next to my avatar, my talking avatar? That to me, even though it's not showing up over here, it looks like it's meant to be a ball of yarn with like the, excuse me, the like, you know, knitting needles in the head. I think it really is. I think it's a ball of yarn. Marcelo says the Felix character looks so swaggy. I wonder which one was Felix. I'm kind of feeling this. I like the idea of the ball of yarn, so that's kind of where my head's at, but let's check out this Felix character. Let's find one that says Felix on it. I'm not seeing one. I'll keep scrolling. Fernando? No Felix. Okay. Well, oh, look at this. It's a puppet. Puppet Push. It's very monochrome. The design is a little complex, but it's doable. Maybe we'll draw this one. Artbreaker, hello! Artbreaker says, I finally made it, but I still have to leave soon because of an appointment. That's okay. Hey, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you made it. Arena, hi. I have a Minecraft dirt block shaped ice cream. Yeah, I don't know. Good luck processing what I just said. Good luck if that's what you're drawing. Marcelo, it's the first page, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so the first page, and you said the character's name was Felix. Let's go back to page 1. Who's the swaggy Felix? Let's check it out. Oh, over here, the one with like the Zorro kind of hat on. That is very swaggy. It's very Zorro coated. I could do this. I think I could do this. Let's do this swaggy Felix character. Okay, so we're gonna save an image to make this our reference image. And then I'm just gonna pull that up out of the way so we can see that. So we can see, what am I trying to see? I'm trying to see the canvas, that's it. And I'm gonna import that reference over here. And just real quick, I'm gonna see if there was a second reference image. Not really, so it's just this one, the one reference image, and that's okay, we can work with that. I'm gonna start with this pencil tool and we're gonna use white. Oh, and we're gonna hit File, Time-Lapse, Record, because I don't wanna forget that. There's been so many times I've started a drawing and forgot to start the time-lapse before I got my sketch done. So you guys might see that when I make my big speed paint video of my attacks. You might notice that a couple of them start after the sketch was already done. It's because I forgot to hit record. Artbreaker says, I'm a free all summer long until there's a stream and suddenly I'm needed elsewhere. Yeah, that's the way life works sometimes. What's it called? When it rains it pours? Yeah, that one. You're working on your 100th attack right now. That is super. You are such a Speedy Gonzalez and your art is so, so good. Like, you have such high quality art. I'm always impressed by how fast you are. I am a medium artist. I'm medium speed, medium good. Like, I'm very medium at my art. But let's go ahead and just start, like, I'm not gonna think too much about pose right now. I'm a little brain dead from my run, so I'm just gonna kind of just start. I'm just gonna start putting shapes down. And what we get is what we get, is where I'm at right this minute. So I'm just gonna kind of just start putting in a body. We got a head here, we've got some ears, now we got some shoulders, right? Maybe even we can do that like cross the arms crossing thing where you kind of have, here's the wrist, the elbow, and then that kind of comes up to the shoulder here. The hand's going to tuck into this other arm. That's going to come up here. And then we're just going to have kind of like fingers doing like that, right? Which means this arm should kind of like actually go back this way. There we go. Some crossed arms, just like that. This pose used to be really hard for me, and I don't always get it right now. Even like sometimes I still mess this up, but I think that one came out pretty good. So we're gonna roll with it. There we go. And we'll do a half body. There we are. We have ourselves a nice half body situation going on here with this one. I like it. I'm gonna move it down a little bit just because I know he's got that big hat on and we're gonna wanna get that hat in there. And just like that, we're gonna jump over to the actual real G pen so we can do some line art. And we're gonna get the character features on here. And I'm gonna zoom in kind of like on the head and half body so you can see those details. Marcelo says, it's probably just because I like to render my art gifts for people to show I really like the character. But how do you all even draw 100 artworks in a month? I could not tell you because I don't. I draw maybe 50 on a good year. Usually I do average 30-ish because it comes down to about one per day. I always go a little bit over 30, but 30 is a nice easy math number for me to say if I've hit at least 30, I've done an average of one a day for the whole month. So I don't draw one every day. Sometimes I skip a couple days and then draw 3 the next time I do draw, but that's kind of what we're gonna try to do here today. That's kind of the goal. So I'm gonna start with this big floofy hat, right? Got this big, just really swoopy hat. Oh, that's not gonna work. My eraser needs to be a little more solid than that. And we're going to keep going, but I am going to keep reading your guys' comments as well. If you want to tell me how your art day is going, how your weekend is going, how your work or school week is. How many of you are in summer classes, or do you have the summer off? Are you guys taking summer classes? I feel like I really always just kind of tried to get through school as fast as possible, so I was constantly taking summer classes. I was really not trying to spend more time there than I had to. I don't know about you guys, but I was all about getting in and out. Artbreaker, I treat my art like an assembly line, 10 sketches, 10 light art, 10 colors, 10 renders. Then I post them all at once. That is a really interesting and operational way of thinking. I would actually love to try that. Maybe next year, that'll be one of the things I adopt that I learn from other people, and I'll try that. Because it sounds super efficient, and I've seen how it has been really efficient for you. You really work fast. So I think maybe I'll put that in my, I'll put that feather in my hat and try to see if I pull it next year. Lancelot said, just submitted another attack, yay! Yes! Snaps. I'm happy for you. I'm hoping I can get more than one done today, because I sure need to. It is kind of like the last full day. So that's also kind of why, like, I'm not being really precious about the process right now. I'm not agonizing over the pose, mostly because I'm brain dead from my long run, but also because I know the clock is ticking. I know it is. So let's go ahead and start adding some of these details as well. There's this cool like ornamental detail on this hat where there's these sort of like circular, it's kind of like hat jewelry. There's just kind of like this hat jewelry going on here. And I really like it. I think it's cool. And I want to make sure I make it look good. It's gotta, the hat jewelry's gotta look good. So let's erase the part that ran under, and we'll start adding some of these other details. So it's got like a band too. A band that just kind of runs. Let's see. It just kind of like, it's like a little ribbon, right? That kind of goes behind all of these rings. So we'll do that. Gosh, this music is so country. I don't know how it ended up on my playlist. I don't hate it. I just don't remember putting it there. Literally, the name of the song is country music. You can see it right in the top corner of the window. It says country music right on it. That's a little crazy. No, it's not crazy at all. It's just very on the nose. Alright, so I'm going to put the inner ring in each of the hat rings. Trying to freehand it here. Freehanding circles is hard. I discovered this when I tried drawing Pokeballs. I was like, whole lesson learned. Freehanding circles, very tricky. It's so hard to make them look actually round, like perfectly round and symmetrical. I think that's why people tell you if you're just gonna practice your like basics, draw just a billion circles and squares. Like, it sounds too easy to be true, but man, circles are hard. They really, truly are. Artburger says, lately though, I've been skipping the line art and coloring my clean sketches because the line art phase was really burning me out, and they're worth the same amount of points. That's true. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta work smarter, not harder, right? Like, the saying exists for a reason. I'm gonna add, just for form a little bit here, I'm just gonna create this little crease in the hat. And then I'm gonna collapse those layers. Now the hat is all on one layer, and we're gonna start on this hair. He's got some very glorious hair. He's got long hair, it's layered, it's a little bit spiky, and he's got the moustache and the what do you call that? It's not quite a beard, but it's like a, can't think of the word for it. But yeah, he's got some facial hair going on there. And man, he's got some brows. This person has got some serious, serious brows. Let's see. I'm gonna bring the hair's got like a little bit of a curl to it. It curls in just a little bit. So I'm gonna do it like that. And then, yeah. We're just gonna bring this back around. And I notice it kind of also curls on, like it kind of, yeah, it rolls under a little bit. So we're gonna create a little bit of this like dimension to it and give it some little extra dimension. And I'll try to like keep my hand steady, because when my hand shakes, it makes my line art look so unconfident that I have to go over it a couple times when I just can't get that nice confident line, you know? Just gotta go over it a few more times to sort of like smooth it out. That's what it is. It's smoothing the line out. What do you guys think? Marcelo, sketch as line art. I like to use sketch and line art because both don't like line art, and since I have a certain way of rendering, use sketching as the line art. I got you. Artbreaker has to go now. Everybody say bye. Bye, Artbreaker. We'll see you later. Enjoy whatever your business is that you need to get up to today. And we'll see you again on Artfight. And in Discord, because I know you're there. And on Webtoon, because we're gonna get back on that at some point. Alright, so that looks good to me. I think we just kind of need to figure out where this person's nose goes. Cam says bye, Artbreaker. Marcelo says bye, Dragon Fox. Hey, Dragon Fox! Welcome to the stream! Good to see you! Yes, I use line art pen when sketching, ironically. Sometimes it's just what you gotta do. But I'm gonna just try to get in this gorgeous moustache. It's so bold and big and like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that looks better. I think that looks a little more balanced and symmetrical. It's so cartoonishly like big, but that's how it is in the reference, and I like it. It's cartoonishly big. It looks good. I'm gonna give this person their sideburns, and then we're gonna put in this ear. Bring up the side of the face, add the ear on that side. And now we can do the goatee. That's the word. I think that's the word I was looking for earlier. He's got like a goatee. Yeah. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Love it. Love it. It's beautiful, darling. We are just knocking this one out. Love it. Just submit another tax, says Lancelot. Did I already read that part? I might have. Raincoat says, I personally am gonna go. See you later, Raincoat. Sorry I didn't see it sooner. You've stuffed the family in a bit at the moment, plus you're slightly tired. But good rest of the stream, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, Raincoats. Technically 2 months. What is 2 months, Marcello? It's probably because you like to render your gift art. Oh, 100. No, Artfight is Artfight. Just because they gave us like an extra day and a half does not make it 2 months. It happens over the course of 2 months, but no. It's still a month-long challenge. I'm not gonna claim to have had more time than that, because definitely did not. At least not for me. All right, this jacket has like a high collar, like this. So I'm just gonna bring it out like that. There we are. Looks good to me. And then we can kind of, I'm gonna look at the sleeves here. So it's got some like hemmed up sleeves with buttons on it. So I'm gonna include that. And then a little bit of frilliness at the bottom. So we'll add that too. And for this side, I'm gonna make sure we get those frills. And that part of the sleeve as well there. Now, when the hand comes over, the pinky is the one we see first. And then the rest kind of follow, the rest of the fingers, right? Like that. Yeah, that's true. We see the pinky first. I had to check. I just put my own hand on my arm like that so I could kind of like figure it out. And then sometimes the thumb is up like this. So I'm going to do that. This time is going to be one of those sometimes. Create a little bit of wrinkle on the sleeve there, because I feel like there would be, right where the hand kind of like, you know, is a little crunchy. And then I'm just gonna try to have like a nice solid kind of confident line here for the long part of the sleeve. And then the jacket doesn't really have like a lot of flourish going on up here. There's no like filigree or anything on the top, on the shoulders. So we're just gonna give it a nice solid edge. And we are looking good. This guy's looking very swaggy. Hi, how do I pronounce this? Okay, let's give it a shot. Ancho Apolivalente. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. I hope you've had a really great art fight. I know it has gone by so quickly. I don't know if anybody thought, no, I accidentally drew that on that layer. That's crazy. I did not know I did that. Yeah, I wasn't expecting art fight to go by as quickly as it actually has. It felt like it took forever to get here. Anybody else feel that way? Because it did to me. It felt like it took forever for art fight to actually get here. And now that it is, it just went by so quickly. That's my opinion. I'm trying to fix this color because it still feels a little uneven. I'm trying to kind of like position it so that it kind of mirrors the, you know, the other side. We want them to be symmetrical. The shoulders aren't, they're not in too particularly like unlevel, so there would be no reason for that to look like that. Oh, but the hair's got to come out, right? We've got to have all of this going on here. So we got to erase that part of the hat so that we can make room for the hair to come in. I think that's looking pretty good. So I'm going to do that thing again where it collapse the, actually before I collapse layers. Yeah, I want this hand to be bigger because I'm noticing I'm getting like tiny hand syndrome here where the head is so much bigger than the hands, and I just don't think that looks right. So I'm gonna just kind of scale it up a little bit and then try to make it a little wider. I think that's pretty good. And then I might need to, whoops, not that part. That part, sure. But then erase kind of these lines that went too far. The wrinkles I previously was so happy to have, and now they just look out of place. So we're gonna erase them and we'll add new ones back where it makes sense to. You guys ever do that for the digital artist? I know if you're working traditionally, it's not really an option, you know, like you can't just lasso and scale your traditional drawings. It's one of the harsh realities when you go from digital to traditional, one that I definitely had to make peace with when I decided to start a sketchbook. But I don't know, just gotta like really get familiar with your eraser, I guess. All right, I feel like that's a little bit more, the head's still huge, but maybe I can just make the head smaller to kind of, or make the body bigger. Why don't I just make the body bigger? I'm gonna come in here and kind of like grab all of that. Let's see if I can make this work real quick. These are like, you know, sometimes you just gotta take the tools you are given and see how that works out for you. I feel like that looks a little bit more appropriate, less bobblehead-like. Oh, that's one of the things I wanted to tell you guys. I, this year, have worked on chibis. And I've tried chibis every year of Art Fight. Like every year I've tried to do chibis, and I almost always give up after one or two because I have the hardest time with chibi proportions. It just feels like the most unnatural thing to me. But this year I really stuck with it and I kept trying, and I feel like that's one of the things we'll be able to look at in the video that I do at the end, where like you can kind of see the progression of my first couple of chibis and how the proportions are still a little bit bobblehead-like. Maybe because the bodies have a little more too much detail, the limbs are a little bit too lanky for a true chibi. But then I really start to nail it down. Like I can kind of, I'll give you guys like a small, like just a quick look at it, right? Like just humor me. We're gonna look at this real quick. So we're gonna go to my attacks. I'm gonna show you what I mean because I was really proud of this. And you guys can tell me like what skill have you worked on this year for your art fight that you're really proud of? Because this is mine. Like I'm actually genuinely so proud of how like my chibis have turned out. Like this chibi, I feel like I nailed it. Like I really do. I feel like I absolutely nailed this one. Super proud. And that was one of my more recent ones. This one, I did this one for Artbreaker, who just left the chat a little while ago. Super proud of this one. I think I nailed it. But it was not easy to like get into the groove of doing it, and then I also fell out of the groove a little bit here. I didn't make up my mind on if I was doing a chibi or not before I was done drawing. So it has like the big head, but this is more of what I would consider like a bobblehead, because the limbs are long. So it's not very chibi, like the limbs are long and skinny. They're not kind of like bubbly, they're not like bubble proportions. So this one doesn't look chibi-ish, it just looks kind of bobblehead-ish. Kind of the same here, although it's not as bad. And this is one of my sketchbooks, so I don't have the lasso tool to just kind of like scale the heads down or the bodies up. But this one, I think it comes down to if you make the arms and legs too thin and too long, you start to lose the chibi effect, right? Even if the head stays big. But this one is a little bit kind of like toeing the line between chibi and not chibi, but I still like the proportions here. I thought this one still looked good despite me doing my bobblehead thing again. Yeah, and I mean, I told you I did a lot of them. Here's another one I was really happy with. I thought I was like, oh yeah, this is how you chibi. Like this, now I'm getting it. Same thing here, right? This will be the last one I show you. I don't want to like waste all your guys' time, but like, you see what I mean? Like, it's such a small thing, but it makes me so happy because I struggled with it. I struggled so much with drawing chibis, and so it was a really big deal to me. I also just realized I haven't saved this drawing that I'm working on right now at all, so I should probably go back and grab that character ID number so I can save this. But yeah. That was kind of like my big accomplishment this year is learning how to chibi. That was a major accomplishment for me. So yeah, I'm just up here grabbing Felix's character ID number so I can actually save my work before I lose it. So we're gonna save as, just drop that right in there. There we go. And that should take care of that. How did I get this playlist? That's what I want to know. Oh, it's not my playlist. It's just the random YouTube audio library. That's why it's all songs I haven't heard before. Okay, well, we'll see what they got. We'll let them play DJ today. Yeah, new layer. New layer. Let's keep this going because we are not done yet. I just real quick want to check out his hands. It looks like they're wearing gray gloves. I just want to make sure that there's no like special features of the hand, like he's missing a finger or he's got robot hands or something. I just had to be sure. None of those things. He doesn't have any of those things. So I think just normal hands, and then we color them gray like in the reference because I'm assuming the person's wearing gloves. Then we should still be good. We should be in a really good place. And then just trying to mimic the same kind of like hand pose here as the other side. I think that kind of does it. That kind of looks right to me. Let's try bringing the shoulder out here a little bit. Yeah. And I also kind of forgot to bring the color back down on this side. And see, that's the part that makes me feel like the colors are uneven. So here we are again, struggling to make sure the color is the same height on both sides. That's why I was erasing it last time, because I forgot that it comes up in the back. See, it's these little things that, like, if you don't catch them in the line art phase, it just bugs you when you get to color. Or at least it does me. Sometimes it just bugs me by the time I get to color when I have, like, things are out of proportion. And I should have fixed it in the line art stage, but I missed it. Byro says, the art fight this year has made me significantly better at drawing hands, which really shocked me. That's kind of the best of the best when it comes to leveling up, is when it comes to the drawing hands. Everybody wants to, like, get on that game. Like, making hands less of a struggle. 10 out of 10. Like, that is goals right there. So I'm just trying to, like, add in a little bit of line art here and here for this jacket. I'm just sort of filling it out a little. And then we'll come down here to the torso. We gotta figure out what's under the jacket. Like, is he wearing, what's going on here? It looks like there's some kind of, it's not a tie, but there's like maybe some kind of like zipper action going on in the front here, or buttons maybe, something kind of like, it looks like there's a seam at least. At the very least, there's a seam with some like, I don't know, yellow lace or something going on there. So we'll try to do that. We'll try to make that happen. Can't make fetch happen, but we'll try to make that happen. Yeah. So let's just, real quick, deal with the direction the rest of this coat is going. I don't know how I feel about this side. Let me fix that side. That comes straight down. This one might come down like this, maybe. We'll work with it for now. We'll let that be for now. Because I feel like the back could get these little like kind of scrunchy bits, and then you just kind of like do that, you know? And then yeah. Yeah, that looks kind of good to me. I'm gonna go with that. Keisha says, I will, oh, I already read that part. You were talking about the hand. Yes. Briar Rose, this year art fight has made me significantly better at drawing hands. No, it was you, Briar Rose, that said the hands. That's right. Keisha says, I will say that this year's art fight, or at least for me, my own experience, felt different than last year's. I had fun for the most part. That's good. It is not over till it's over, though, so we've got the rest of today to get this one done. We will go out with a bang. Yeah, them's goals. How about this hair? Now looking at this hair, I can't really tell the shape that it ends in, so we're just gonna kind of like bring it down in a final like little curl here. It's got all this like curly action going on. So I think I'll do that for that. Perfect, perfect. Love it. Love it. Okay, and back to this whole lace blouse issue kind of thing. So this person does have on a belt. First of all, let's start there. Let's start with the fact that there is a belt. And then we can work on this shirt shape. That seems to have also like one of these colors. So we'll do like that. It'll be very swanky, very pirate. It's giving pirate, and I don't hate it. I love pirates, actually. I love pirate style, the whole aesthetic. It's the steampunk pirate in me. I love that pirate aesthetic. Okay, so now about that yellow lacy bit. Let's figure that out. It looks like it kind of starts down here. Ooh, what if I use a lace brush? Don't I have those? Let me see. Clothing. Cross stitches. Let me see something. I feel like I should. I could also try this. It's yellow and it kind of has that like look. Let's try something. Maybe we did like that. And there's just erased it where it's covered up by the hands. That kind of works, right? Feels a little simple. Maybe we could add a little extra detail, just kind of like this here. I think that might help a tiny bit. So That's like the first layer of color is this yellow bit here. Okay, back to the regular brush. Let's keep this moving. We're gonna keep on pushing through. We're gonna keep this going. Wolf Dog the J, I made it, you did. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Arena says, I have been staring at this Revenge I received from Beanworms for the past. Beanworms art is so good. So good. I've been like low-key watching them come into my subscriptions like inbox on Artfight, and everyone just knocks it out of the park. Their stuff is so good. So, cause one, it's cool, and the reason two, I love it. Well, of course, yeah. No, it's great. I'm so happy for you that you are enjoying your art from Beanworms. It's really good stuff. And then there's like this purple undershirt, so we're gonna add that too. And then for like, just kind of like define the neck here a little bit, we're gonna put the collarbone here. And then a little bit of that going on there, a little bit of that action. I think I can hide the sketch layer now. Where is the sketch layer? Please don't let me have baked it in. Okay, good, I didn't. Let's delete that before I accidentally do bake it in. And now he just needs a face. Yeah, now he just needs a face, and heck, we can even add like a little, the implication of like pants here. Like a seam there, right? Cool. Now let's just add these big brows. This person's got some major eyebrows going on. We'll start there. And we just gotta slip in some eyes under that. Oh, I don't like the tangents it creates with the ear here. Hang on. Maybe that's a little better. The nose. The nose. The nose. I think that's good. And then we'll just have him like kind of looking to the side, just to kind of like give it a little bit more, like just to keep it from getting flat. We don't want him just looking straight ahead, you know? Like make it look like he's looking at something. There we are. Line art complete. Bing, bada, boom. I think that might be the fastest. I mean, maybe I only think that because I'm on stream. I think that might be the fastest line art I've done so far this art bite. Winter Wooloo, hello! Good to see you and welcome to the stream. I think I owe you too, or did I draw your revenge yet? I don't know if I have, but I think you're on the list. You're on the list for revenge. That's prolific. How many years you've been doing art, right? Oh, 10, yeah. Wait, you're talking about Wolf Dog the J for I'm just 3 short of 350? Yeah, I don't know how people be doing so many in a year. I'm about to hit 300. What number am I on? I'm on like, gosh, I'm close. I'm real close to hitting 300. Once I finish these 6 revenges, I'll definitely hit it. Let me look at my, scroll. 296 is what I have, but that's over the course of all 10 years that I've played. Me hitting 300 on my 10th year, that's like I told you, I do usually about 30 something per year, 32, 35 attacks per year. So it's taken 10 years, but I've gotten there. Wolf Dog, this is my 4th year and you've done 347 this year, 755 overall. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I could only dream of such numbers. Like that is beyond my speed levels. I'm not that fast. Oh gosh, that was supposed to only fill in, there we go, the hat. So let's do that. Let's get in here and pull up some of this red that we got going on. Oh, but let's put the red on its own layer. That way you can gradiate it. Oh wait, the inside of the circles was not that color. Well, we're gonna gradiate it. Oh, but let's do the hair too, right? Should we? Yeah, well, let's do the eyebrows on this same layer. We can The moustache is a different color. It's a little bit of a darker red. So I'll go a little bit darker there. And then the hair kind of has like an ombre situation going on. So we're gonna ombre this in. But first, before we can ombre it, we gotta actually like fill bucket a little bit. There we go. And then back to the regular red color so that I can get the rest of this hair. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this, my friends, is where we lock pixels and let the airbrush do its thing. So, pixels are locked. We're gonna pick up this darker red and we're just gonna airbrush in this gradient on the hair. So we're gonna just like kind of let that come in a little bit here. And I'm gonna pick a smaller brush to kind of like create that gradient on the hat ribbon as well, because there is one in the reference. And then throw a little shadow on the top of the hair that's kind of under the cap here. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Love that. I did forget to color in the, what do you call this? The sideburn. So we're gonna fix that real quick. And then we're gonna just kind of do the same thing with the hat. We're gonna color in these little particle bits on the hat that didn't want to fill all the way up to the liner. And then we're gonna do a little bit of gradiating. Actually, the hat's a really solid color, but I still want to gradiate a teensy weensy bit. So we're doing it. Just a tiny bit. Just the littlest bit. We're not gonna go too hard on it. I just want to show the dimension of like the underside of the hat. And maybe a tiny bit on the top. And yeah, just the underside here. Lovely. All right, let's keep this moving. We're cooking. Arena, I don't want to be the rotten apple to ruin the fun, but I do want to know what everyone else thinks of AI bros joining, because I have noticed some AI art here and there. I am interested in hearing what other people say too. I have not received any AI art, but I did see that somebody in the Discord did, and it was kind of bittersweet. It was upsetting because they very clearly, right, like ran the reference photo through AI to generate an attack. And so that was very much against the person's wishes. But if you didn't notice at first, for like a split second, you'd be like, oh, this looks so good, it's so pretty. And then it hits you and it's just very, it's heartbreaking, I think. And I wasn't even my art, you know? So I can only speak to seeing it third person. I was not even the person that it happened to. But I do think, like, there's no sense in it. If you're just gonna use an AI generator, why are you even playing? He just says, I am the person who received AI art as revenge. Yeah, so Keisha could tell you about it and tell you, like, how they felt. He just said, I lost motivation to keep doing art fight. See, that's heartbreaking. Nobody should have to feel like that. And if it was my character, I'd probably also feel that way. I think that's just really rotten to do to somebody. It's sad. I'm sorry that happened, Keisha. Winner Wulu says also, Wolf Dog said, I'm unemployed. I think that's a big part of it. Big part of what? You hate the AA bros. Sorry, I'm calm. I don't think they should. You put caps, all caps, shouting. No, it's okay. You can shout about that. I would not stop you. I would just nod in solidarity. I think we got, yeah. Let's get the hands in here too. You've seen so many bands this year, says Winner. I did notice that somebody that followed me, I went to check out their page and usually I follow back. I don't always. Sometimes I'm just, at the time that I see the notification, I'm not actually on my computer, I'm on my phone or something, and so I don't always get around to following people back. I try to. if you followed me and I didn't follow you back, it's not a personal thing. It's just a lot of time I'm checking my phone on the go. So I'll see the notifications, and if it's not somebody I need to revenge, I'll often clear my notifications so that I can keep my number. Like I showed you before, I'll pull this down again, I'll show you again. How I track how many attacks I owe. Like, I'm gonna pull this down. This is Art Vegas website, right? This is how this is how I keep track in my mind of how many attacks I owe. Is I go here, my number, the little number next to my name, this is how many notifications I have, it's 6. Those are all attacks that I owe revenges to, and I won't delete these. Like, I won't hit this little X and clear it from my queue until I've revenged them. So that's how I know how many I need to owe revenges to, and the only way for me to keep that number honest is if I clear out these notifications as well. So when I come here to notifications, it says, oh, somebody followed you or somebody commented. I'll read the comment, I'll check out the profile of who followed me, but then I'll clear it so that I can make sure that I'm always aware of how many attacks I have and how many people I need to revenge, especially this late in the game, because it's really important that I am keeping in mind, like, okay, it's starting to stack up. Is it physically possible for me to get these done on time for before the game ends? And I always have to kind of like keep an eye on that number, because like I told you, I took the last couple days off, right? I didn't draw for the last, gosh, how many days? Three, I just said that. For 3 days I didn't draw. I had a lot going on. I was just tired. I was mentally exhausted. I was emotionally exhausted. I couldn't do it. And I just kept an eye on that number to make sure that when I came back to it today, it didn't become something I couldn't handle. So it's 6. 6 I think I can handle. I think it's close to being too much, because I normally on a good day will do 3 in a row, and then I'm tired and I don't know if I have the brain power to keep going, or I gotta go have dinner and do other things that have to be done. So like I said before, I'm not a fast artist, I'm not a slow artist, I'm just kind of I'm a middle artist. I'm very mid. Marcella says, Arena, I don't think it's possible for the mods to figure out if someone is an AI bro, but just purely off the account creation. Yeah, I feel that. Hello, already-ish. Good to see you. If anything, you could do sketches if it comes down to the wire. Yeah, I might do sketches because I want to at least give them something. I would hate for somebody to, because I also kind of made like, I pretty much made a guarantee on my page. It's like, I will always revenge. Like, I've never missed. Like, I don't guarantee things that are outside my control, but it says right on my homepage, I've never failed to get all my revenges, and I don't plan on starting this year. That said, though, I'm still setting the expectation, right? Like, I'm still telling people that's what they can expect from me. So I'm gonna try to pull that off. I'm gonna try to live up to that expectation. I would hate for somebody to have waited. There's one person in my queue I think has been waiting since July 5th. Let me check. Is that still true? Yeah, Lancelot, you're here in chat. You're here in chat. I saw you. So Lancelot, who is in the chat right now, has been waiting since July 5th for a revenge, and their art was so good. Like, I'm gonna be totally honest with you right now. The art was so good. I'll show you. I was intimidated. I was like, I have to revenge this, and I want it to be good. And actually, I'm scaring myself because now I'm down to the wire. What if it is just a sketch that I revenge? And what if I don't live up to the hype that I put in my head? Like, look at this painting. This is a straight up painting, and it's so good. And the frog looks so, like, the texture is very frog-like. It's got like that. I mean, this, and the eyes are so cute. And it's like a straight up painting, and the dimensions, it's so good. All of it's so good. So I've been like kind of like psyching myself out to revenge them since July 5th. I was like waiting for a day where I had like a ton of motivation. And I was like, I'm gonna wait for the day where I have all the energy and all the motivation, and that's when I'm gonna revenge them. Because I wanted it to be so good. And so I'm like really outing myself right now because they're in chat. but yeah, I don't want to let somebody who waited since the first week of July for revenge to not get one by the end of the game. So it's really important that I try to get through all this today, and then I make that happen. It's important to me. I mean, it might not be important to everybody, but sometimes we also hold ourselves, to personal personal standards and stuff. Okay, let me see if this is getting, like, there's so many holes in this. I'm just gonna come in here with just the brush and fill all these, like, little gaps in. It's so annoying about the fill bucket tool, though, is when you get all these, like, terrible artifacts, all these, like, just pixels, these unfilled pixels right up, like, butted up against the line art that makes it look like this. And that can be very... I forgot the cuffs are a different color. We'll do the cuffs a different color. But yeah, that can be very muddy. It can muddy the picture a lot, I think. So I'm trying to, like, just kind of scribble all those in. Do you guys ever feel that way when you're on Art Fight? Is it just me? Do you get intimidated by, like, the good artists? Do they ever kind of make you a little scared? I feel like there's some days where I'm like, I'm saving that one till I'm at my peak, until I'm at my best, so that I can do good. Maybe it's just me overthinking it. It's supposed to be fun. Nobody should have to sweat it or feel like that. If you're feeling like that, I hope it's not because I said something. Okay, this belt is, like, also this color. There's a lot of this same, like, burgundy red in here. This character is very burgundy. Very burgundy character. Oh, right, the purple shirt. I forgot this person had a very purple shirt under here to match the purple hat. Makes sense. Alright, pants are this gray, I think? This gray that matches the gray gloves. Oh, I forgot about the gloves. We're gonna have to get the gloves. My bad. And also the cuffs of the actual jacket. So hold up. Let's first jump in here. We're gonna get those pants. We'll get this shirt cuff as well. Let's do that. And then we will go back and fix the hands so that they look like they're wearing gloves. Perfect. Okay, cool, cool, cool. What layer had the skin on it? Was it this one? Yes. Great. Love it. Love to see it. Let's fix that. We're just going to color the whole thing in gray so that the hands look like they're covered with gloves. Beautiful. We have flats. All right. The few small gradients that are barely perceptible from the hat and the hair. But overall, these are our flats. So everything I do will be on top of this with a clipping mask. Alrighty, yes, people skills are scary. Good. How do we live up to that? Yeah, it can be intimidating. I think so. And I'm on YouTube sharing my art as if I'm not afraid. But I get intimidated all the time. Keisha says, what's one of the craziest attacks you received this year in a good way crazy? Something you weren't expecting. For me, it's a comic page someone made for me. I love it when people do comic pages. I love when people tell stories with their art. Wolf Dog says, I feel like I'm the only person this year who didn't think that this year was dry, maybe because I did so many attacks, but people have been saying that they've gotten a lot less. I think it's just a hard year in general. We've got the fires, right? We've got the heat waves. Globally, people have been struggling with the heat. I've seen in so many of the Discord channels that I'm in, not just my Discord, but just Discord in general, like all the channels I'm in, people talking about how the heat wave is keeping them from drawing. They have to sit out like the middle of the day because it's too hot to sit in front of a computer that's just radiating heat and draw. Or if you're drawing with your pencils, you just kind of want to like go somewhere cold and hang out and hide out until like it cools off, and so you're not doing that either. So, or people have done a lot more traditional art. I talked to 2 people in the middle of Art Fight this year who said they were doing traditional art instead of digital because it was too hot. Like, for real. That was a real conversation that came up. So I think Yeah, I just think it's been kind of a hard year for outside reasons. I don't want to like blame the art fight community. I don't want to blame, although I did have my very first kind of like moment of anger this year with the art fight community. Like, if you know, you know, like I already talked about it in Discord at one point, but I've never actually ever been mad at the art fight community until this year. This year, like something happened that just kind of like, it was just like the straw that broke the camel's back. And I was just like, I can't with these people anymore. Like, what? Why? Wolf Jog says, oh yes, I remember that made me mad too. Yeah. One Up Elemental says, yeah, all the time. My current Mass Attack is the first big animated thing I've done, so I'm nervous. But that's gonna surprise, impress, make a lot of people happy, but also your animation might be the very thing that also causes other artists to be intimidated. You never know. Like, so you never know when you're the person who's also creating the intimidation as well. Okay, I'm just trying to like really put in some cell shading. I'm not trying to like blend anything out here. I want it to be very like just very like solid. I want it to feel like a high contrast kind of look. I don't want to be trying to like blend in precious shadows right now. I want them to kind of just look like high contrast. I want to see them. I want to see them from space. I want to see it. I want to see the contrast from space. And that is why, my friends, we are cell shading the way we are today. Let's do the underside of this hair curl, and then we'll just kind of like do this part too. I think this jacket's already so dark, it's gonna be really hard to shade the jacket, but I might be able to lift some of the color when it comes to highlighting. I might be able to add highlights that help lift how dark this jacket is. And then, oh, got a little bit on the upper side of the hand here. Let's just kind of like shade this part of the fingers that's kind of like bending around the side of it, like contouring. We're contouring the fingers a little bit. There we go. So yeah, it's not super noticeable because this character's base color is already so dark. So it's kind of hard to shade when the character's already like super dark. Let's try adding some highlights instead. Let's see how that kind of like, see if we can get this thing to sort of like pop off a little bit. I think that's gonna help. Yeah. Here we go. Seeing some of that, like that little bit of glow, that little bit of lighting is really kind of helping bring out these different shapes because the colors are so dark, it's very muddied, in my opinion. It seems very muddied to me. Maybe it's just my screen. Maybe my screen is too dark. I don't really like to keep my brightness up anyway, just because I don't like the headaches I get from staring at the screen too long. But yeah, I just think this highlight is gonna do us a lot of favors with such a like dark paleted character. Wolfdog says, I know I said it in your server already, but I'm planning to make a form for people to fill out after our fight, a fan-made feedback form, if you will. I'm excited to see how it holds up. Is it because it's the 10-year mark, or just because you're curious about people's opinions this year, regardless of like the 10-year mark? Let me see. Whoops. I'm trying to like find the shoulder. It's so dark, I can't even find the line art for where like the jacket shoulder intercepts like the collar of the shoulder or the collar of the jacket. I think I was talking to Pilfer in one of his recent streams, I think it was a day or two ago, about doing another kind of like post-op chats for the Palette Table podcast about Art Fight this year. So if we do end up getting that on the schedule, and we'll see how it goes. Like, scheduling can sometimes be tricky, right? But Friendy, Pilfer, and I might actually release another one of those and talk about this year as well, and give you our unfiltered opinions in long form, so you guys can really kind of like hear us dish it out when we're comfortable and talking to friends and feel, I don't know, like we can do that. Like we can have a little bit of a gossip hour, if you will. Huh. That really doesn't want to show up right there. I'm like really trying hard. It's making the jacket look a little kind of like shiny, I think. And I really feel like we need these highlights to bring out the actual shape of, like, because it's all layered on top of itself, right? Like the jacket is layered on top of, like the arms are layered on top of the body of the jacket. Like there's so many layers that we're losing without being able to kind of like break it out with highlights. So I'm trying to do that, but it's also just kind of hard even to see where those are because, like I said, this jacket's so dark. Does that look right? It's so shiny. It's like so shiny right now. What did I do? I don't know. What if I just... I want to see something. What if I just kind of came in here a little bit? Just like added a little, like a little glow. It doesn't have to be a lot, just a little glow. What does that look like? Did it do anything? A tiny bit. Maybe I can, if I duplicate it, will it... That helps bring it out a little bit, I think. It's not as hidden now. And then, yeah, I don't mind if the jacket looks a little dry. Oh, you know what I'm missing here, though? So I didn't realize how, like, this character's face has this whole sort of, like, dastardly... Let's do another multiply layer. We're gonna add another shadow layer here. Because look at their face in the reference. It has this, like, almost bandit mask style kind of shadow to it. And I kind of want to honor that. I want to make sure that we're kind of like including features from the reference that make this character who it is. Let me see about this. Maybe even take the eyebrows out for a second. Yeah. Okay. So then I'm just gonna kind of like, I'm gonna tease it in a little bit. And then I'm gonna, right? Like, is that good? I feel like that kind of does what we were trying to do. I do need to take that highlight off the top of the nose though, if it's gonna be in shadow like that. I feel like that nailed it. Problem is, this background sucks. This background is so boring. I think maybe I need to like think about what to do about this boring background. Goodness. It could be as simple as dropping in a pattern, right? Like, I have a whole Clip Studio library, so let me see if there's anything like horseshoes, maybe something very kind of like, I don't know, what, like, do we have any details about this character that I could lean on? Let me look back. The description. It's a spirit of evil. Oh, I did not make him evil enough. Whoops. He's a spirit of evil. I usually am better about reading this stuff beforehand. Let's duplicate that. Let's make his face a lot more in shadow. Where's my other, like, multiply layer? Hold up. Like, duplicate that too. Like, oh wait, not that one. I think I grabbed the wrong one. I wanted... That's the face one, right? Okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna add another shadow layer for the evil part, but I'll do that on top at the very end. He's an evil spirit. Good to know. Should have read that to begin with. And a bounty hunter with a past and experiences that are best left unsaid. Okay, so he's a dangerous person, or he's a dangerous spirit-y thing. I wonder, do I have any ghost kind of related stuff? I mean, it could be as simple as this, right? Like, I could really just go, like, here you go. We have we have a skull pattern that is very befitting of the situation. I actually kind of like that for me. I'm gonna go ahead and collapse all this character's layers. I'm gonna save my progress real quick, and then I'm gonna auto action this baddie to add a thick outline. And I don't know that I liked it in black. Let's try it in white. This is my sticker thing I like to do. I like to make stuff look like it's a sticker. I do like the white sticker part, so we're gonna keep that. But then I'm gonna do, like I said, just one more kind of like shadowy pass here. We're gonna make it multiply. I just want to kind of like bring like it around, kind of vignette-y, right? Like just give it a slight vignette. And then maybe even with a skull pattern, we're gonna do color burn. We're gonna pick up kind of a nice burnt red, and we're gonna just kind of do the same thing. We're gonna bring up this color from the bottom. Not like that. Didn't like that. Let's try linear burn. I feel like the color just wasn't right, you know? There we go. Now we're starting to see something here. Sometimes you just gotta be a little more subtle. A tiny bit more subtle. A tiny bit. Just this much. Maybe just... maybe a little less at the top. I don't know. I kind of like it. I think the white outline should not have the shadow on it though. The vignette should not be on the white outline. I want to keep that crisp. So let's keep that crisp. Nice, crisp, clean, stickery outline. What do you think? Did we get our Felix evil spirit? Is he evil enough? Is he not evil enough? I don't know. What if... Okay, just hear me out. We're gonna do, I don't know, an overlay layer. Let's try a gradient. Something that just kind of like creates that, yeah, like that kind of a overlay. And we'll just dial it back a little. Just to make that little tiny bit extra red. Because that seems to be his thing, his color. Yeah, I think that just kind of helps bring the whole thing kind of together. So I'm gonna roll with that. I think this attack is officially ready. What do you guys think? Did we nail it, or did we totally read that he was a what's it called, a little too late? Arena says that OC would be good friends with my OC as Azrael, as he is also evil. We need more evil characters, I think. We tend to make our babies, like, even if they have like a horrible backstory, we tend to make them relatable. We don't have enough baddies. There's not enough bad guys. I mean, there's lots of bad guys in the real world. Too many bad guys in the real world. Not enough bad guys in the OC universe. But that's good. That means that most people don't want, and they're not thinking of and being represented by evil. At least most of these artists I see. I could just be in my own bubble for all I know, but that's what I know. All right. I think I think I'm still seeing some of that weird, as I'm exporting it, I'm seeing like a lot of this. Yeah, look at this. Look at all this particle-y stuff going on here with the face. Why does that exist? Why is that like that? Whoops. Oh man. This is like the problem I'm really having with some of these drawings, is when I zoom in finally, like, I don't know, after I'm done, I'll find stuff like this. Oh, I know why the color picking is making this wrong. Because I'm color picking with a filter on the top of the layer. That's why it's not working. I'm not gonna like super clean up all of this because that would take forever. But I'll clean up a tiny bit. It's always at the end that I see this. Anybody else make this mistake? Because I make it like almost every single time. I'll like stay zoomed out for most of the process. And then only when I'm exporting, when the export shows me that my picture has all these like funky little dots on it, will I realize that I needed to zoom in and find that. All right, let's try this again. We're gonna export it. Yep, that looks a little better. I didn't get all of them, but I got all the ones on the face, so that's the most important part. Now, friends, it's time to attack. So let's do it. Very cute, very evil, says Winterwooloo. We did it. We nailed the aesthetic. That's what I want to hear. All right, so Mr. Evil Felix. I don't know. That's not a good title. F is for Felix. We'll do that instead. All right, we're gonna do half body, and we're gonna find revenge. Good, good, good. Susie was probably my most popular character this year too, by the way. Usually it's the frog, and it was the frog for a very long time, but after like the halfway point, I started getting more art of Susie, I think. Thank you so much for your attack on my OC. I'm sorry it took so long. That's not how you spell so long. It took so long to revenge, but I hope you enjoy the art anyway. And a heart. Let's go ahead and first of all attach the file. That usually helps. And then we'll, it's a drawing, it's clean lines, clean colors, it's shaded. There's no background. There is a background, but I didn't make it, so we're not going to take points for that. It's like a wallpaper that I chose from my gallery, so yeah. All right, so, and then we're just going to check it. It's a half body of Felix. It's revenging this art. Full color, no background, clean sketch, fully shaded. Yeah, clean sketch / line. So line art and the sketch art, as long as it's like not super messy, it is worth the same points. Like who said that? It was, gosh, who said that earlier today? My brain is not braining. I'm gonna submit. It was Artbreaker. Artbreaker said that earlier. F is for Felix. All right, there it is. Our guy, the man, the myth, the legend, Felix has been revenged. All right, so here's my secret sauce. Once I finish a revenge, all right, I go in here and I clear it off of my queue. So now these are the people I have left to revenge, and the number will change if I refresh this. It'll go from 6 to 5 in the corner, and it just did. And that's good. We don't want it to magically still be 6. That would mean that somebody has attacked, and I have more work ahead. Ooh, I'm glad I brought a water up here. Are you guys hydrating? Hydration check. Make sure you're hydrating. I'm probably gonna need another water. I'm actually almost out of this one. All right, but let's see who we're gonna draw next. There's Winterwooloo. By the way, did you guys see this? No, you didn't. You need to see this. This is Susie, by the way. I told you Susie started getting a lot more art towards the second half, and look at how beautiful she is. way more beautiful than I probably ever drew her. I love this so much, and I like that it looks like so textured, and it's gonna be beautiful printed. I'm gonna print this for sure and keep it like up on my wall when I'm needing motivated for making my comic. But it's so beautiful, so pretty. And another one of those like artworks you get that's like, oh, this is so good that I'm actually intimidated to attack back. Irina says I'm eating that art right now. Yeah, I know, right? It's like, it's a full meal. It's a full 5-course meal. And I already know which character I want to draw for you. I want to draw this one. And it's the same one that I put on my, oh, my mouse wheel is like sticking. I can't like roll my mouse wheel, it's getting stuck. It's the one I already have saved to my bookmarks and to my, what did I call it? My hit list folder from our pre-Art Fight hit list stream. So spoiler, this is who I'm planning to draw for you. But I want to get at least one more warm-up in, like one more attack before I tackle her, because she is a babe. And I want to make sure when I draw her as beautiful as she is. So let's go back to our list real quick. I'm sorry, I'm not going to draw it right now in front of you because I'm not ready. I'm not ready. But I'm going to get to it. Let's check out Nakleta, who also drew, I don't know if you saw before, it already changed screens, who also drew Susie. So let's take a look at the characters. I'm gonna just use my like down arrows on my keyboard because my mouse is fighting me. Oh, they have two, there's two. So this is gonna be like, it's gotta be one or the other. We have, and I haven't looked at these yet. We have another winged character here. They drew a winged character. I could draw a winged character back. My mouse is killing me right now. I can't scroll. This is really cute. I don't know what's going on with her knees. It looks like there's rocks in it. There's like rocks in her knees. I'm not sure. Maybe some of these other references will... I love the traditional art. I love it. I love that I can see their sketchbook here. That is so cool. And this one, it's toned paper too. Okay, this is cute. Let's see the other character. Hemnis? So this one looks a little bit more modern. He's got on a very modern outfit. Oh, that's the first reference. Okay. We've got a little bit of a comic here, so maybe we can pick up some personality off of like the comic page. Alright. Oh, this one's, I'm not gonna click it if it's filtered. I feel like the design here is simpler. Let's see, maybe I'm crazy, but I want to see how many attacks each character got. So let's look at their, because that might help me decide. Let's look at their defenses and see. Okay, him, her, him. Probably both. It looks like they're both in that one. Him again. And this one is her. So they're very even. They have a very even amount of attacks. That one's super cute. That just depends. Do I want to challenge myself with the angel lady, or do I want to go the easy route with a character that has a more straightforward design? There's the character attack. There's the attack on Susie. Let's go back to characters. I think out of consideration for how many attacks I need to finish in a single day, we're gonna go with the easier design. We're gonna stick with this one. So let's save this reference so I can pull it up in the program. And then we're gonna save and close this one. And we can close this one too. I actually really had fun with this one. It was very steampunky. I liked her like drill javelin thing. I thought it was so cute. And she kind of reminds me of an axolotl. I don't know if that was like the goal here with this character's design, but it definitely screamed axolotl to me. Had so much fun with this one. But yeah, let's go ahead and start new. This song is just so loud. A true warrior never rests, though. I'm taking a break for now. Yeah, absolutely take breaks. Water breaks, rest your eye breaks. Save the eyeballies. Oh, my Gerudo girl. Yeah, she's so pretty. Winter Lulu, your art is amazing, by the way. Absolutely it is. I love Winter Lulu's art. It's so good. You should definitely go follow them on Artbyte. There's stuff, even just like sometimes I follow people just to see where did that window go? Hold up. Okay, okay, first of all, real quick, we're gonna grab this character ID number so I can save it. But then we're gonna look at, what was I gonna say? This, under notifications, right? You have this little button called subscriptions. And sometimes I just go through here, especially when I start to get burnt out and I just need that extra boost of motivation. I will kind of just browse. I will browse through all the attacks that you guys are making because I subscribe to you. Like we've talked about this. If you're following me, and I see the notification that you're following me while I'm on my desktop. Usually not on my phone because it's just a little harder to navigate Windows on my phone, especially this year. The website likes to crash a lot on my mobile. Does that, by the way, is anybody else seeing that? It crashes on me like every single time I open a window on mobile for Artfight, but it's not doing it on desktop. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, I'll follow you guys back. And then when I'm feeling like I need a top up on my motivation, I need to like refill the tank, I'll just go to my subscriptions tab and I'll scroll through here and I'll just open up, and sometimes you'll even know I'm doing this, that I'm like snooping, because I'll leave comments. I'll open something and if I'm like, oh, I gotta say something, this is so good, I'll leave like a comment and it won't even be my character. Like you didn't even draw my character, but I'm just in there snooping and leaving comments. But there's some like art in here that really like, this is insane. Fein art. Gosh, anytime I see their name pop up, I'm like opening the tab because the art is so good. Like, look at this. And they have a webtoon. They have a really good, it's on hiatus right now, but they have a really amazing webtoon. It's very much like Surviving the Apocalypse style stuff. Very cool. But the art's so good. I recommend if you're like me and you need to like a little extra boost, a little extra, I don't know, dopamine or endorphins or whatever it is, just go to your subscriptions tab, browse through what everybody else is drawing. Oh, that's the same, it's the same person, it's Fein art. But yeah, I mean, you can see how good this is. Why would I not feel motivated after seeing some of the things that you all are out here drawing? It's amazing. This one, like, look at this mask. Look at this mask. This is beautiful. And sometimes you find gorgeous characters too that you might want to bookmark yourself. So that's just my little spill, my little deviation from the conversation. We're gonna go draw this person now. But like that's just my advice. A little extra nugget of advice, right? Can I pull this off again by just freehanding it, or do I need to go on Pinterest for a pose? Let me think for a second. I'm gonna drink some water too. I need another drink. Ready-ish gave class. Marcella said, I think you nailed it. Fire artwork. Very cute, very evil. Thank you guys all so much. I appreciate you sticking with me for that first attack and that you guys, you enjoyed it and you liked it. It's very good to know. She was fun to draw, oh, Winter Lulu, for the artwork that you did. It's so good. It's so good. I'm not even, like, trying to... Like, I'm not just hyping you for the sake of hype. I really am going to print it out and put it as, like, a reference for my webtoon characters in my webtoon where I keep all my references. It looks so good. A true work of art. Okay, I just ran out of water, so I'm going to put this on a quick BRB, and then I'll come right back. You guys can enjoy, like, this country music that's playing again. And I will be right back.
Go back to the place where the same old and welcome sign with population getting by. Crossing that county line brings back the good old days. The same old station on the side of that homegrown two-lane paradise. Watching that midnight sky that makes me want to stay. This big world will always change, but the small town will stay the same. slow motion, digital lipstick, a shade corrosive. Boiling, kicking the frog.
Smooth as a silky pillowcase, slither in my innocent oasis. You bring the pain, I deliver patience. I see the lion and try to tame him. I know the werewolf behind the sheep, familiar the scent of deceit behind your pretty teeth. Say you need space to breathe, but what does that really mean? I don't believe when you said to me you really need space to breathe. What you really got up your sleeve, huh? I don't believe when you said to me you really need space to breathe. I know something's up your silky little sleeve. Your silky little sleeve. Something's up your silky little sleeve. Your silky little sleeve. I seen it coming from up the block. Must be the one that you think I'm not. Let me remind you if you forgot. I'm not the one or the two or the three or the five. Girl, you need space, go ahead, get your life. While you're searching, hope you find. Act right, saying you're fine. Read between lines, I was born at night, not last night. I can't believe when you said to me you really need space to breathe. What you really got up your sleeve, huh? I don't believe when you said to me you really need space to breathe. I know something's up your silky little sleeve. Your silky little sleeve. Something's up your silky little sleeve. Silky little sleeve. Lines between the lines, between the lines. Somehow I find you. I can't bother time no more time. Lines between the lines, between the lines. Somehow I find you. I can't borrow time, I'm tired of trying. I can't believe when you said to me you really need space to breathe. What you really got up your sleeve. I don't believe when you said to me you really need space to breathe. I know something's up your silky little sleeve. Your silky little sleeve. Something's up your silky little sleeve. Silky little sleeve. What you got to hide behind that silky little sleeve? What you got to hide? Silky little sleeve.
All right, I am back. Let me turn the music back down. Kind of forgot where. There it is. Was the music okay? Like I said, it's absolutely random right now. The country voice low-key ruined that awesome beat, said Marcello. I'm sorry to hear that. That's unfortunate. Now we're getting romantic, I think. I don't know. Maybe it changed. Like, I think these are just in the order that they're added to the YouTube audio library. This is all considered like music like that will not get you copyright struck. That's like they have a whole, let me just show you, right? Like they have this whole studio in your YouTube studio. They have a audio library, and in here is all the like music that you can listen to. and put in your videos and on your channel, like on this live stream, without getting a copyright strike. So that's why I usually run that when I'm doing a live stream, because that way I just know that my stream's not going to get struck, my channel's not going to get taken down because of the music. I have returned sub with Jogga J. Me too. All right. Okay, let's see. For this character, what do I want to try? I kind of want to try an extreme perspective, and I don't know why, because I know that's just going to cause me to, like, have to work harder. Like, I'm just going to have to work harder if I do this. But I kind of want to. I kind of want to do... And I've never even done one before like this. I just remember seeing... Oh, I drew directly on the background. My bad. Whoops. Well, that's fine. That's fine for now. Let's just try something for a second here. Just stick that kind of right in the middle. Lock it up. At least the stream isn't getting banished into the Shadow Realm because of copyright. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Marshmallow Muffin, hello, back on my main account. What a miss. Not much. I took a water break. I had to run downstairs and get more water. I feel like, so, say this is kind of like the top of the head. You've got like the face plane here, right? Got some shoulders under here. I'm trying to put the character in the box. I've not done one of these perspectives before. I swear I'm just going off of like a memory I have of looking at it on Pinterest at one point. I don't even think I saved the pin. That's how bad this is. So this could be an ultimate fail, you guys. I don't know what I'm doing. But like, I feel like this is kind of how this works. Right? Like, this is how you do these crazy perspectives, isn't it? Am I like absolutely out of my mind? I might be absolutely out of my mind trying to do this. It might be completely insane to try to do this right now. Are you gonna remove the beer back screen? Thank you, I didn't realize I was on. Whoops. Yeah, whoops, okay. Here we go. This is what I was talking about while I was talking about extreme perspective. I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to try to do it, and I know I should get a reference. I'm also not trying to get a reference. I don't know. Like, I don't want to have a reference. I just kind of want to put his arm on his hip, kind of like this, and then this one can just kind of hang down to the side. But then arms don't look like that. They don't hang that far down, right? But then like it's not going to be, the distribution between the forearm and the biceps not going to be the same. It's not going to be equal because we're like trying to like do this. I don't know, maybe I should T-pose him to make it easy for myself, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to, like, it comes down like this, right? And then maybe what I need is more reference lines, like, right? Like here's the midway point, the middle of the body. Here's the knees. There's the ground on the ground layer. Like, is that right? Does this look right to anybody, or am I like making stuff up? It's gonna look so bad when I take all these guidelines away. We can't see the canvas. I'm so sorry about that. I fixed it though, I fixed it. I think this is a really bad idea. I just don't know if I'm ready to quit it yet. I don't know if I'm ready to quit this bad idea yet. I'm going to try to make it a little bigger again. Like a crazy person. Okay. Is this crazy? I don't know. Should I look up a reference? Probably. Let me try that real quick. Pinterest. We're gonna search for top, I don't know, isometric perspective pose. Will that bring anything useful to me? Kind of. Not the one I was thinking of in my head when I was remembering seeing it, but... Okay. Okay, let's try this. Let's try to make something happen here. I'm crazy for trying this when I'm supposed to be trying to be quick, not cute. I'm trying to be quick, not cute, but here we go. Alright, so the face does kind of go like... Goodness. It does kind of go there. That was right. this person has like this really fluffy hair, and I'm gonna have like, it looks like, there's a little bit of, kind of like do like a, no, that's too connected, because now it just looks like he's got like a tomato top for a head. Still does. What am I doing? I'm gonna keep trying, make sure. You ever get those harebrained ideas that you're like, I know I should abandon this, but I can't. I just can't do it. I gotta see it through. I gotta know. I gotta know. I just gotta know. I gotta know. I got to know. It's probably a mistake, but I gotta try it. I also am not using the symmetry tool when I probably could be, but that's fine. We're gonna be fine. This is gonna be fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. This makes me think his head's kind of like tilted, like maybe he's looking at this direction. Maybe. Maybe we could try to lead into that, right? Like, what if we had the eyes kind of going this way? My eraser's all messed up again. There we go. And then the nose should probably be... Oh, gotta click on the pen again. Probably about here. So we can try that. Maybe a little smirk, not like that, but kind of. And that looks silly. It looks so silly. This character is such a serious character. Not serious character. I saw that comic page. He's not a serious character, but this feels like such an extra silly drawing when they're like, their doodle here is so suave. It's so suave. And then I'm out here like having such a geek moment with like this dumb perspective and this goofy looking face. I couldn't help myself. I had to try. I cannot be the only person who does this. It's just not even possible that I'm the only person who does this. The perspective seems pretty good, but it's probably because the guidelines all... Yeah, I know. As soon as the guidelines go away, we're going to see all the flaws. Every day on Art By said Marshmallow. Oh, yeah. Just gotta trust the process, says Marcelo. Yeah. Trust the process. Okay. We're gonna trust it. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna trust it. We're gonna trust it. We're trusting. We're trusting. We're trusting. Okay. So we're gonna keep on keeping on here with this process. Okay. Well, I want to kind of draw. I like. So the jacket's got like these kind of baggy sleeves, and then it's a like kind of a fitted turtleneck. So I want to show that it's a bit of like a cardigan here. How do I do that? Oof, do I want to open another reference just for the cardigan? Maybe. Clothing. I'm looking at my Pinterest board, y'all. Looking at my Pinterest board, which, by the way, is listed. There's a link to it in the description. So just to let you know, like I've got like a Pinterest board full of just clothing, even like a subboard. So, if you're interested in seeing what my saved references are, there is a link for that. Shoot, I'm not really seeing what I'm looking for in this though. Maybe because of the perspective, it's just hard to imagine. I'm gonna have to try though. Gonna have to try, unless I want to scrap this and really get a little bit more less, I don't know, crazy. A little less crazy, a little more, I don't know. Let's try, we're gonna add the little, like, because it's got, right, the wrist part is tight and then everything above that's kind of a little bit baggy. So it can look kind of like this. There we go. I thought kind of like that. I think that's kind of nice. How do I want to? Okay, but for real though, I kind of want to just duplicate and duplicate and then flip that for the other arm because he is just kind of not T-posing, but just kind of like standing flat. Oh, but I did forget one little thing. He is angled. He is kind of like looking and leaning to the right. So I might want to think about that, like turn the arm as well a little bit to the right. Okay. It's happening. It's happening. Something's happening. We're doing something. Oh, whoops, I messed up the audio library. Let's keep that going. Okay. So I guess the cardigan's all the way up on the arms at this point. So what I'm gonna do, one thing I'm gonna do is just literally have the cardigan like straight up out, like it can be like this. And then the fitted shirt is, it's got like, so it's gonna come together at the waist here. Whoops. Not like that, but kind of like that. And then the pants are like, they kind of look baggy, like a street dancers, right? Like somebody who does, I don't know. What do you call that? Like, is it called street dancing? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Or maybe it's just hip hop dancing or something like that. Maybe I'm overthinking this. I am back, says Artbreaker. Welcome back. I am crazy. I am absolutely crazy. I'm trying extreme perspective for no good reason. I just wanted to. and I didn't even know, I don't know how to. I just wanted to for no good reason. This is how some of my worst ideas happen. I did this wait a minute. I did this, kind of did this for your character last year, Artbreaker. I promise you, I vaguely remember trying a tough angle like this before. Hold up. We're gonna like take a quick run, like we're gonna wind it back for a second to, hold up. We're gonna scroll down here. We're gonna go last year. Because I did try that, and I did in my sketchbook of all things too. I didn't have like the features in my, what's it called, to kind of like clean up my mistakes. I didn't have my digital lassos or anything like that. Was it early on or later on? I'm trying to remember if it would have been further back or closer up. It wasn't last year, it was the year before. Okay, it's in here, it's right here. Behold, you guys, this isn't my first time doing something crazy. I did this crazy drawing in 2024 of Artbreaker's character, where it was like straight up bird's eye view from like directly overhead. So what Marcello said earlier, just gotta trust the process. If I just trust the process, we'll get there. Right? Like, right? We'll get there. That's what I think. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that's true. I'm trying. You can really hear me scrolling. You hear me scrolling. I'm thinking that I'm gonna try a crazy drawing. Gonna Gonna try a crazy drawing. Gonna try a crazy drawing. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. But about these pants though, for real. Like, I gotta figure this out. What kind of pants are we drawing here? I just know I have references for this. I just don't know where they are. But they exist. Alright, well, we're winging it. We're winging it. We're gonna wing this. We're gonna wing this. we're gonna wing it. We're gonna add the wings. We're winging it. This is what we're doing. That's so cool, says Marcella. That's cool, really ambitious pose. Yeah, super ambitious last year, or not last year, 2 years ago when I tried it, and now I'm just being crazy and doing it again. I get these weird bugs, you guys. I just get these weird harebrained ideas where I'm just like, I have to do that. I have to do it. I don't know why I have to do it. I just have to do it. And that's what we're drawing. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna treat this like there's a pocket here. Not like that. Just not like that. We're gonna treat it like there's a pocket there, but not like that. And we're gonna also just kind of, because again, the pants are kind of baggy and the body kind of goes behind. You know, like at this angle, we can see it goes around, like you have volume. So I'm gonna put it kind of behind where the waistband comes down on the front because the body has volume, and it's gonna kind of go back behind here too. We can kind of infer that the pants, again, these are baggy, like street clothes for doing breakdancing or something, right? Like, you guys see this, don't you? You see what I'm seeing? You see what I see? You see what I see. Like right here in the reference. So, what? I didn't mean to change the color. Okay. Back to business. Back to business. Back to life. Back to reality. No, I don't want to get copyright struck. Nobody knows that song anyway. That's an oldie. Alright. Shoes. I'm gonna make the little crisscrossy bits, because it's them kind of shoes. And we'll even add that extra little outline to the soles. And then, hand-wise, we'll do this. Whoops, that side doesn't look good. First side looked pretty good. Okay. Chaos is peak. Just adding a little bit more floofs to the hair. Just a little more hair floof. Maybe we'll bring this one this way. And let's hide our guidelines now. That's not my guidelines. Okay, so that's fine. The only issue here is that I actually drew the boxes on top of the background. So we're gonna have to create a new background. What do we think of what we have here? Did we get this perspective right? And what if, I think what might help multiply is to actually just try to make like a little bit of a shadow. Just shadow this in a little bit. Just kind of, yeah. Just to kind of like really enforce that we have the plane down here for this angle. I must be on my mind. If you're gonna try something like this, it's good to try it on a character that doesn't have super detailed wardrobe, because the simple wardrobe definitely helped. Like, it definitely made this a little bit more manageable, for sure. Just pointing that out. Man, let's try, we're gonna have to try some cool lighting too. Because it's so simple, and because we're like, it's such a weird angle, we have to try some cool lighting. We just have to. We're gonna have to look at some really good references for lighting. And I'm gonna pick a good one. We're gonna make this cool. Man, dramatic lighting. Okay. We will, so like, I mean like really gonna look at some serious lighting studies like this, and we're gonna pick one and we're gonna make this neat. So that's my plan. That is my plan. But first, before we can do that, we gotta color him, and this is not a colored example. Let's go back to the actual page. Okay, the actual art type page. And let's look at a reference that has color. No color. Okay. This might be the only one that has no. I think we're gonna have to save this one for the color. Very simple colors on this character. So let's try that. Okay. I'm gonna open up that second reference, and we're gonna just zoom in on this character's bust up here, and we're gonna grab some color from this, and we're gonna just go to town. Let's just do it. Let's just make this whole thing happen. Like, yeah. And then the fun part will be lighting it, so that this whole drawing will actually look interesting, not just weird. I don't want it to just look weird. I don't want it to be like, wow, that's a weird choice. That's a weird angle. I want it to look cool. So that's where lighting comes in. Got to make it a little dynamic. I mean, the angle is super dynamic, but the pose is not dynamic. So I really want to make sure I'm doing what I can to keep it interesting. Pretty good pose and all. Well, thank you, thank you. OC is asking if we got games on our phones. What games do you guys have on your phone? I have one that's called Design Home, and it's just the most brain rot thing that I really spend my time on. Like, I just don't know why. It's like, I never really got into that fruit game that everybody loved, but for some reason, Design Home is my jam. And for some reason, that's all I want to play, like, when I'm on my phone. Huh. I think because this isn't closed up here, it didn't want to let me fill that in. So let's try that again. There we go. And we'll do this other side just the same way. We'll just close in that gap so that we don't have any issues with the fill tool. One more time. There we go. Still a little bit of issues, but you know, can't win them all. We can come in here and spot correct though. Like with these hands. Gonna catch these hands, gonna spot check them, gonna make sure that they are colored in correctly. Lovely, love it. Oh no, what color were the pants? I forget already. Well, they weren't colored and we don't have a color reference. It's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. I might have to figure that one out on my own. In the meantime, I don't know, let's try to get this hair, even though it's like it's very like loose and there's a lot of gaps. I don't think I can fill tank the hair. I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit of manual fill here. But that's okay. Sometimes that's just what you do. Sometimes you just take the time, especially, I mean, what are you gonna do when you're doing traditional art, right? Sometimes you just got to put in the elbow grease and like color it by hand, like manually do that color. I do like to game, says Arena. I don't really like playing games on the phone. Yeah, I only have the one on my phone, but I also like to game. I have a gaming channel even that I do usually alternate weekends. When I'm streaming here, I don't do the gaming channel that week. And then like the next weekend, I'll stream on the gaming channel. Like that's just sort of, sometimes I'll skip a week, but overall that's kind of like my rotation. During Art Fight, I tend to spend way more time actually drawing than gaming though, because obviously. So I don't really, I kind of like, my other channel gets neglected more often than this one. What kind of games do you guys like? Mine are usually strategy, base building, and resource management. Those are kind of the games I play. I like to try to survive in a game. So it's more fun when survival is not that hard in real life. When you can only pretend to need to work hard to survive, it's way better when you can just hide in the AC, for example, in the real life, in real world when it gets too hot. You don't have to like go forage and build a log cabin by hand with an axe that you built by hand. Alright, I think that does it for the hair. Oh, and then we still have the pant problem. And what color were the shoes even? I don't even know. And this person's eyes are closed in this picture, aren't they? Yes! How am I supposed to know what color his eyes are? What? This is not helping. This is tricky. This is so tricky. The eyes are not colored in here either. Okay. Okay. Maybe it's written down. Maybe it's in the bio. Let me look at the bio. Left to rich and abusive family, somehow owns a bar now where he can be gay, quirky, and literal definition of theater club kid. One of the images is wearing a cross. He's not Christian. He wears it as a goth, not for religious purposes. I didn't add that, but that's okay. It wasn't in all of the references. It was just in the one. Man. We have his age. We just don't have his eye color. No eye color. Okay. You know what? We might just do the cartoon style thing where we just make it black. We just fill the whole thing in. The whole thing's just the eye color. The eye color is just the pupil. It's like all black pupil. The irises. You know, like paint it black, like that song. Just paint it black and we're good. We're fine. Everything's fine. That's all we needed. I think I'm gonna make the shoes the same color as the hair, and then we're gonna just pick a random mid-tone color for the pants. That's my plan. So there's that. And then last but not least, and it did say he just wears whatever clothes look remotely cool. So I think we're fine to sort of like wing that. I think we're gonna just pick a nice kind of like sweatpant blue and just fill that bad boy in. And then because of all of these little dots that like to show up when I don't manually color stuff, I gotta come in here and carefully look for those. I'm including the ones caused by the outline of this blazer, so let's clean those up too. Let's try not to let that happen. Okay, back to the blue color. Color that stuff in that needs to be colored in. Try to clean up all of these little outlines that got outside of the line art somehow, because especially when it's white, it really stands out. I think we have base colors. Now it's just a matter of figuring out what kind of like dramatic lighting, right? Like, let me collapse all the base colors into one layer so that then when I come in here with my clipping mask, it'll all be on one layer. And I kind of like, I think the good thing to do, oops, not that. That's not the good thing to do. That's not what I meant to do. Is to actually just start with like a full shadow, full bodies in shadow, right? And then what I can do from here is actually carve away with a lasso tool the kind of lighting that I want, and that I find tends to make the dramatic lighting a little bit more, just a little easier to do. Personally, that's just kind of like my current strategy. It doesn't make it the best strategy, but it's a strategy, is what I'm telling you. Artbreaker, does the character have other attacks? Copy one of those. Yeah, it does. I didn't look at them though, so we're gonna roll with the current strategy. Primarily Pokemon and Stardew are the games that Winterlulu plays, and Marshmallow Muffin says I only play Art Fight. That's valid. That's valid. Marcello, I don't play games a lot, especially now that I deleted Roblox. You do play Mario Kart and maybe sometimes Slither.io. Mario Kart's a classic. That one's really fun. Let me see. Okay, how do I want to do this lighting? Where do I want my light source to come from? I kind of like the idea of it coming from the bottom, but then the problem with that is I drew the shadow on the bottom, right? So then that makes that a little bit harder to explain. Like it would make I can always get rid of the ground shadow though. I don't have to keep that if I want to try something. Oh, I kind of like the idea that the light, okay. I like the idea that the light is kind of like overhead, but sort of like coming from this corner over here. Does that make sense? Like over here. So if I do that, right? I'm gonna just kind of like leave that in there as my light source. Then I can start carving away where the shadow wouldn't be. So like the shadow is not gonna be, it's not gonna be on like this part of the face, because that's all gonna be in the light. Okay, cool, got that, we know that. This part of the hair that's sort of facing, yeah, that's also going to be facing this kind of like light over here. This part of this bang here as well. And this is where it's going to start getting, if I don't get it everything in the first pass, that's okay. That will be okay if we don't get everything in the first pass, because I'll be able to see what we still need. So we're going to do that for sure, right? Because our light source is a little over, like not even that overhead. Think of it as like a standing lamp, but coming from this bottom left corner. So then we're also going to kind of like, there's going to be a shadow here, first of all, from the cardigan, right? From this part of the body. But then this part of the chest will still be in light. There's Ermagen. The cardigan's gonna cast a little bit of a cast shadow there. I feel like you can pick up more of that. That's fine. And then obviously the cardigan itself would be not in shadow because it's casting light it's casting shadows because the light is the light is hitting the cardigan, which is casting the shadows. Kind of like everywhere else. I think this whole hand would kind of be covered. Yeah, and then just kind of like this part of the cardigan over here is going to catch the light. The outside of the hand, and then maybe, just maybe, a little bit of that jacket over there. I'm going to grab the eraser. We're going to try to like make this a little bit soft as I lay it in. Right, like gradiate it a tiny bit. And let's see how that looks. What did we get? Does that look pretty cool? And then we can work in some actual like hard shadows with a multiply layer on things that are definitely going to be like blocked. So like the back of the cardigan, for example, that's way inside the jacket, like even behind the body a little bit, that's something that would be blocked. So we're going to definitely like shade that in. Yeah, I think this part and this part of the sweater, the sleeve, same thing over here. We might like see way more harsh shadows in certain parts of, especially like under the hair, right? Like I think that would be a pretty obvious one. Speaking of the hair, we can kind of like expect that there's going to be some shading there from the fact that it's layered over itself even. And the face, whoops. Here from the hair as well. Can you guys still hear me? I feel like I'm getting quieter and quieter the more I'm thinking about this. Like the more I'm talking, but I'm also like thinking really hard, I feel like my voice is kind of dropping off a little. Which it might be. It might be. I don't like Lego games, says Arena. Best game I played is Devil May Cry. Worst game, Lego Batman. I gotta be honest, I haven't played any Lego games. I watch the Lego movies, but I don't play the Lego games. Just, I don't know, it didn't call to me. I haven't had a reason, I guess, to want to. Maybe because I'm just not that big of a Lego fan. Like, I enjoy it. I enjoy Lego. I enjoy it just fine. But no, I'm not like necessarily like a diehard, or I don't have like a bunch of childhood memories maybe that are associated with it. Oops. I didn't like how I did that, so I'm going to try again. We're going to just shade the underside here. There we go. Maybe just a little bit of that at the back of that. And I'm just going to get a couple of fine shadows in here where these overlap, even though this side's kind of like the side that's in the light, because there's still a little bit of layering happening here. And then maybe even just a little texture. Doesn't hurt to add a little texture now and then. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay, and then drop shadow just from that part of the sleeve touching the body. Same thing here. And then we're gonna get a little of that hair shadow on the shoulder here. And a nose shadow, just the tiniest bit. No, actually, I just think there wouldn't be, right? Because this is, again, that's the light is kind of hitting right at that like face level. We can put a little bit, just a little bit, you want to be subtle with it, on the eye. Okay, so I'm gonna take that light layer off now, and then I think what we kind of could look at doing here is, again, thinking about the background, and also like maybe an overlay gradient layer that kind of pulls the light in the same direction. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Two layers, and I think we'll have what we're looking for here. So just stick with me for 2 layers and we should be good. Open Clip Studio, because I closed it, and go to Manage Material. I think what will be fun, if it will allow me to do this, and I'm hoping it will, is if I can kind of make this tile thing look like, we're gonna transform it, kind of look like, yeah, but not that much. Maybe kind of like this. And I don't know. This feels a little, the floor looks a little more extreme than the actual pose. So I'm gonna try to fix that. Maybe part of it is the tilt. We can try to make it like actually squares again. What do you guys think? Does that sell it or no? I feel stared at, says Arena. And I'm distracted by the music, says Keisha. I did turn it back down, didn't I, when I came back? I hope so. Yeah, it's a little down. The music did just change though. Let me know if it's too much. Let me know if it's too much. I think, man, I kind of want to, I don't know, it just feels like it needs to be rotated or something. And maybe it's so busy, right? Like it's just so busy. But I kind of want, oh, I'm starting to notice something here. Perspective, maybe? Maybe I can bring, ooh, not that much. Wow, this is kind of hard. Is this it though? I think it's upside down, actually. I think it's upside down. No, it keeps selecting off of that layer and then going to the wrong layer. I think what I did wrong here, whoops, no, is, no, it should recede the further back it goes. That's not wrong. So what am I missing here? I don't know. I think I'll leave it like that for now. Because maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. But we do need to make it darker, so we'll start with that. And then we're going to come in here, like I said, I'm going to do an overlay like I did last time. We're going to drop the opacity a tiny bit, and we're going to try to gradiate the light source so that even the floor and everything gets... what am I trying to say? It looks... Okay, not that direction. Good to know. It looks like there's a light source up here in the top. Does that make sense? Like, just like that. That simple. And then really the only thing left that might help this pop a tiny bit more, like genuinely just the tiniest bit more, is like some highlights. Just some like really thin highlights. Just kind of like bringing out some of the hot spots, right? Like where the light hits the strongest. So maybe just a little bit. Just a little bit of that. A little bit of highlights. For those bright spots. Almost, guys, almost. I really feel like this is almost it. See, was this a trust the process moment or was this a fumble? What do you guys think? And you can tell me if I fumble. Like, be honest, okay? Like, you almost got it. Maybe the next time you try this technique, it'll land or whatever. You can tell me. I can take it. I can take it. There we go. And then if I want to just try to push this a tiny bit more. Yeah. I think that's it. I think That was the move.
Stacking miles, I'm far away from home. I got what I wish for. Taking that risk, I'm checking my list.
I'm just trying to. There we go. And I will just move that dimple in a tiny, tiniest bit. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it enough that I'm willing to submit this. Good art, I would say it's a trust the process moment. And yeah, that's a pretty good moment. Yeah. When you trust the process and you get to the end result and you're like, okay, that was worth it. That's a trust the process moment. I did not time lapse this the whole time. That's okay. I have it filmed on stream. We have the evidence. It's on stream. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and export this. Yes. We'll save that. We'll export it. It is time. It is time to submit the revenge. So I'm gonna pull this back down here. Right, this is the character we're attacking. We're gonna attack. We're gonna definitely, it's full body. We're not gonna add a character. We're gonna find revenge. Okay. And then, I don't know what to call this, actually. I don't know what to call this. What's the character's name? When in doubt, name it the character's name. I don't know. I think that's like most people's default. That's mine. I don't know. Do you guys have a special technique for writing titles for your art? Tell me. Tell me in the chat. What is your special technique for coming up with titles? Thank you again for attacking my OC. I really appreciate the artwork you made, and I hope you love this art of your OC too. Let's add a little heart. Okay. Choose file. I gotta look for the one that has like that checkered floor. There it is. Okay. No background. I'm not gonna take credit for that. It is fully shaded, yes. Fully colored. It is clean lines, and it's a drawing. There we go. Confirm attack, and we're just gonna check these again. Full body, yes. Revenge for this. Clean color, no background, clean lines, and fully shaded. Submit. For titles, I put the OC's name, says Keisha. Marcello, so I read Marcella's, and no, it was a cute exercise, and it came out well, said Winter Wooloo. Thank you. I just had that bug. I just had to try it. I didn't even know what I was doing, but you guys know because you heard the whole thing. Yeah, I love the lighting. I think the lighting was exactly what I needed to make this make this feel like it had good effort. Yeah, so now the only thing I have to do is go to my list and remove this attack from my to be revenged pile. Go to attacks. I'm gonna find that exact drawing right here, and boom. Once we refresh, it should say 4. Yes, 4 attacks to go, and like maybe less than 24 hours. I'm pretty sure it's less than 24 hours remaining. I'm gonna end the stream here though. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I have like my energy limits when it comes to streaming because I'm genuinely an introvert. Streaming is actually kind of hard for me, but I love communicating and having like a community around art. I think having art friends is so important, especially for our growth and for making sure that we're kind of like not just existing and screaming into a void. And we've had those conversations. So I appreciate you being here. Thank you guys for the likes on the stream. I hope you guys had a great art fight this year. If you're done with your art fight, if you're still going, I wish you the best of luck in completing your attacks. And yeah, if I still owe you, don't worry, I'm still coming. I'm still coming. I'm just gonna do it off stream. Thanks again. Everybody drink water. Marcello says remember to drink water. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye!